Do you need an orange that practically glows off the paper? Watch what happens when Daniel Smith's Perinone Orange hits wet watercolor paper. Fiery transparency, dramatic blooms, and enough warmth to make sunsets and glowing light look almost unfair. Daniel Smith's Perinone Orange is also called PL43. It's been on my palette for years. I absolutely love this orange color. It actually is just a beautiful orange. It's a relatively dark orange straight out of the tube. It's very easy to mix it up and emulsify it. What I'm doing here first is I want to do a graduated wash. I want to go from dark to light with the color. So I'm just going to water this down a little bit. I do have my paper tilted just a little bit so gravity's moving some of the things for me. I actually started out way too strong on this. I'm taking off a bunch of the color with a thirsty brush. And this is a pretty strong staining color too. So once this color dries on your paper, you're not able to get it off very easily. It does seem to blossom pretty well. I'll get into that in just a second here. But it's just a beautiful orange. It does lean a little bit more towards possibly the red side than the yellow side, but it's one of the more brilliant oranges that you can get. I've just found over the years there's lots of ugly oranges. This is not one of them. So the first part, I was just trying to get a nice graduated wash. It took me a little bit longer than usual. I was having a rough day. Or it might have been really humid. Who knows? Humidity really does affect things, especially water blossoms. That's what I'm going to test next in this step. So on this swab of paper, what I'm doing is I'm just putting down a bunch of the color, and I'm trying to get it even across the whole surface. And this is going to be mid to dark value of the color. And what you have to do is I'm going wet onto dry paper. I'm trying to get this all even across the whole thing. Then while there's still a bit of a sheen to the color, before it starts to dry too much and soak into the paper, I'm going to come back in with super, super clean water and drop that on top. And if you're working, you drop clean water into wet paint. The idea is what it should do is it should disperse the particles that are on the paper and create water blossoms. You got to have clean water when you do that. What I'm doing here first is I'm taking off a little section of the color first with a thirsty brush to make paper drier, then dropping the water on top of this. I know from experience this color blossoms pretty well. It's not one of the best ones in the world, but I give it like a 7, probably a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the top blossoming colors. It is a nice color for blossoming. I do enjoy it, and it just looks like light is hitting it. It's just an absolutely beautiful, glowing orange color. This swab here, what I was doing was I'm going to take some mid to light values of the color, and I'm trying to see if I can get blossoms on this. And you can see in this little color study here that I do have, it does do some blossoming effects. If you're looking to make a very nice, beautiful gray color from this, add a little bit of cobalt blue or ultramarine blue, for example, and that'll give you not an absolute dark, a 10 out of a 10, but it'll give you an 8 out of a 10. But that's a beautiful mixture too for some beautiful, colorful Daniel Smith's Perinone Orange is bold, transparent, and ridiculously luminous. It creates glowing washes, rich atmospheric warmth, and dramatic mixes that can make paintings feel alive. Assuming you enjoy watercolor with a little personality and occasional chaos. Enjoyed this content, please hit subscribe. If you're interested in all the materials used in this painting, check out the YouTube description below. Thank you for watching, and happy painting.